There is a new disease in town. It's a disease that does not recognize age, class, status, creed, gender, marital status, or even sporting affiliation. It affects the old, it affects the young. Please stay with me, because you never know. Somebody close to you might be suffering this disease among sports fans. It's a disease that attacks the mind. It's a disease that causes chest pain. It's a disease that causes bitterness. It's a disease that causes sadness, sleepless night, especially sleepless night. It's a disease that makes people to have emotional trauma. It's a disease that causes loss of appetite. It's a disease that causes sleep deprivation. It's a disease that causes traumatic experience, complaining and murmuring at the success of one other team. It's a disease that causes anxiety. It's a disease that is, drives people crazy and makes people to be restless and to be feeling like their life is about to collapse. It is called ADS. Arsenal Derangement Syndrome. Now you know where I'm going. Some of the symptoms I already mentioned. Some of the symptoms. Watch out, because you might have a close family member. It could be your husband. It could be your wife. It could be your girlfriend. It could be your boyfriend. It could be your brother. It could be your sister. It could be your neighbor. It could be somebody that you admire and respect a lot. It could be your boss. It could be your colleague. It could be your subordinate at work. It doesn't matter. It could be your cleaner. It could be your CEO. It could be anybody. This is a disease that has spread so fast in the last 72 hours. Oh my God. I love this disease. Attacking haters. You know why? Because they invited this disease to themselves the moment they said they will never be happy seeing one other team successful in club football or soccer, as the case is in the United States. It's a disease that makes people to just complain and murmur whenever Arsenal is successful. It's a disease that makes them to have sleepless nights or loss of appetite, traumatic experience, perspiration, sweating without even understanding why they're sweating, being hungry at their wives or their spouse or their husband or their partners, and suddenly not being at their best even at work because their mind is so confused. Arsenal Derangement Syndrome. It's been existing in the last 2 years, but it reached the pinnacle this week, especially as Arsenal just made it to the Champions League final, the second time in their history. Suddenly, this disease started spreading like COVID. Like COVID. All you need to see is that Arsenal made it to the Champions League final. Manchester City drew against Everton on Tuesday, and now the title is looking more like it's coming to the Emirates Stadium. They have bantered this team. They have bantered their fan. You see, one thing that came to mind for me is I was asking myself the question, why does Arsenal get this much hate? Why do they get this much hate? Is it because the fans are loud? Or is it because the fans are bad? Or is it because the fans are disrespectful? Or is it because of the fans are just generally nasty? My friend, it's none of those things. The reason why Arsenal is hated with passion is the same reason why people generally don't like to see other people succeeding, especially when they are at the top. It's the same reason why your colleague at work, even though he has just been promoted, but he does not want to see you also being promoted because that will kind of like invalidate him in his mind. It's the same reason why a top model is suddenly threatened by the happiness of another top model. It's the same reason why a very fantastic musician, an A-list musician, a musician whose record hits millions and billions in stream, suddenly feels threatened when there is an upcoming rising star that might give him a run for his money. It's a societal problem. It's a problem in the society whereby people feel threatened by other people's success. You see a beautiful woman that looks good, that has a family, that has a husband. Husband loves her. They are comfortable. They are rich enough to be able to afford everything. And suddenly the friend also got married to a bloke, a beautiful guy or a handsome guy that also got his life together. And suddenly the friend's success begins to threaten her. Oh, the friend said, oh, me and my husband, we're traveling to Bora Bora. Or we're traveling to Greece. Mind you, she and her husband just came from a trip to Paris. And yet, one part of her is sad. It is a disease that, is common in the society, whereby people are threatened by the success of other people. I cannot really understand why, but this is a common, abnormality that I've noticed for a really long time, whereby people just don't generally like other people to be successful like them. The two teams that are commonly affected by this disease. Let's leave Tottenham aside. There's a rivalry between Arsenal and Tottenham, so I will excuse them in this video. As far as I'm concerned, they can be mad at Arsenal's success because they've not really had success in their own, in their own life. They've only won one Europa Cup in the last, the only major trophy they've won in the last maybe 20-something, 30 years is just an Europa Cup. Yeah. They've not won FA Cup. They've not won anything major. So I'm really not going to talk about them. They have their own issues with Arsenal. But there are two teams that I want to mention in this video that this disease is commonly found among their fans. You know the club. The two teams that stole their way to relevance. The two teams that cheated their way to relevance. The two teams that had to, manipulate their book. They had to manipulate, transfers and all of that, cheat their way into relevance. It is the team that were bought by two billionaires that was able to use their influence and financial capacity to buy success to themselves. They did not build like Manchester United. They did not build like Liverpool. Those two teams, they built from the scratch, just like Arsenal has done, just like Barcelona has done, just like Bayern Munich has done, just like Real Madrid has done. They built their success. They had great academy. They raised players. They bought good players. But they also, were successful because of the fact that they did things in the right way. These two teams, they bought their way to relevance. And that is Chelsea Football Club and Manchester City. Unfortunately, both of them wear blue jerseys, so they have something in common. Arsenal wears red. Liverpool wears red. Manchester United wear red. They are the three biggest clubs in England. They are the three most successful teams in England. Forget about European Championship. Yes, you can say that the other two teams that I mentioned, they have won that. But how did they win it? They won it by cheating their way to the top. Chelsea were lucky not to be relegated this season after they were found guilty of multiple charges of cheating, all because they claimed that, oh, it's not us. We are new owners. We didn't do all that rubbish. Manchester City, 115 charges right now lies with them, all because they cheated their way to relevance. These two teams are the ones that are mostly affected by Arsenal derangement syndrome. They are the ones that wants to stop Arsenal at all costs from being successful. What is the cure to Arsenal derangement syndrome? The only cure: stop Arsenal from winning the championship. The disease is spreading right now like wildfire. And I tell you something, When Arsenal leave the EPL, and most likely, maybe, I'm not going to say that I'm so confident about the Champions League because it's a one-off game. But if Arsenal wins the EPL and also win the Champions League, get ready, because the sporting hospitals will not be able to contain these two set of fans. The world will be full of people that their mind is attacked, people who have lost their mind, lost their senses, because this team became successful suddenly by doing things the right way. We did not cheat our way to the top like the two of them did. Many of them fans used to be Arsenal fans. So another reason why they are mad at us is because it's like, you know, you left somebody to go and start a relationship with another person. Now you are watching the person that you left now being in a relationship with somebody else that is better than yours, doing well. They are happier. They are more successful. They seem happy, traveling all over the world, living life, enjoying themselves. And now the person that you left them for has now become a thorn in your flesh. It's now a problem for you. This is what the problem with Chelsea and Manchester City. Majority of their fans used to be Arsenal fans that could not stand us not winning. They ran away from us. They ran to Chelsea. They ran to Manchester City. And now the two teams are now struggling for trophies in recent times. Forget about the Carabao Cup that Man City won. Man City is not fighting to win Carabao Cup. Man City wants to win the big team after spending over 4 billion in the last 10 years. It cannot be Carabao Cup that they will be happy with. This is why they are sad. Chelsea has become Chelsea shit because their team can no longer win any serious match. And majority of their fans used to be Arsenal fans. This is why they have ADS. This is why they have Arsenal derangement syndrome. And I've got bad news for you guys. You ain't seen nothing yet. We are not just going to be successful this year. We will be successful for many more years. You guys are going back to the relevance that you used to be, mid-level teams that you used to be, and Arsenal will remain at the top and will continue to live rent-free in your head forever and ever. Thank you very much. Please like and subscribe. Please share this video. And I thank you guys for supporting this channel all this while. It's a young channel, but I don't take it for granted. We've had over 50,000 views in the last 28 days. It's not a lot, but it's something when I really think about the fact that I've not even been posting regularly. So thank you guys for your support. Thank you to all my Gunners family. Let's go. We are not playing. Let's go, Gunners. Let's go. Thank you, guys. Thank you.